This is my reef tank.
Wow. That's so incredibly tranquil, so gorgeous. Oh my gosh.
Sure, but we can do a lot better.
Now you see, I have a dream of living in the tropics, being able to take my sailboat out to a reef every day to go diving, but I can't afford that life. So the next best thing is to take my reef and try to bring it to the next level. One where my underwater garden actually has colors and flow. And so the obvious solution here is to add some more corals. And to do that, we're going shopping. Let's hope we can find some good pieces, you guys. All right, I got $3 in my wallet.
Now, before we go, I feel like I should probably give you guys a little bit of a background. See, I've been getting ads for a Southern California coral farmers market thing for like the last month on Instagram. I figure my tank is, it's about 7 months old at this point in time. I think it's time for me to upgrade some corals, and this might be the perfect opportunity to do so. And so I hate to say it, you guys, but about 36 ads later, the Instagram advertisement won. I bought my ticket, and that ticket brought me right here at the hotel, but it's what's inside the hotel that's important. We're gonna go check out what they got. Get it? Check out. Okay, let's just.
Now, the venue was interesting. They had an airplane, which I don't think you really see in hotels very often. Importantly though, they had the coral show. And yep, that's me, ready to check in. I'm excited. Because behind that counter is a blue room. Like genuinely, it was so much blue, it was sort of crazy. And so we went in and saw some blue corals, saw some other blue corals. I saw some more of this blue stuff, a $1,500 coral, wow, and some more blue corals. Impressive. Oh, and I also lost a raffle, so that was a bummer. Anyways, as you guys might be able to tell, I forgot my camera lens here that filters out the blue light. So enough of this blue coral, let's just get home and I'll show you what I got. Anyways, long story short, I bought things. Like multiple things too, and these guys aren't cheap.
Promise this is a coral.
Now, before I can show you these majestic corals in my pico tank, we need to give these guys a little bath, if you will, a little rinse. The professionals, they call this dippy. Don't know why I said it like that, that was kind of weird. It's dippy, they call it dippy. But we do want to make sure that we're cleaning these corals to get rid of any creepy crawlies, little hitchhikers, pests. So we dip. Now, the process is actually super simple. I just give it a little Tupperware, I put some water in it. I use Coral RX for my dip. I throw some in there. And then at this point, all we need to do is pop in each of the corals one at a time and make sure to swish it up a little bit occasionally. I'll admit, sometimes I'm feeling wild and I'll use a pipette too, Do a little basty action.
Basty.
So from here, I'm gonna leave these corals in this bath for about 5 minutes to get all the nasties off of them. From there, I'm going to transfer them over to this bath, which is just some heated fresh salt water. Fresh salt water, that's salt, you want it, okay. It is time, so let's get, oh my God, I'm too old for this. See, and as you might have seen earlier, this is why we dip corals. For those of you guys that don't know, this is a bristleworm. I completely missed it when I was visually inspecting the corals, and somehow it made it through to the dip. This guy's not really a pest, but it's also not something that I want in my tank. I don't have any of them in my tank currently, and I'd rather they not end up in my tank because I don't want to be scared of getting bristleified whenever I put my hands in the tank. That's a word now. Anyways, after taking these dipped corals, giving them a little bit of a rinse in that salt water, it is finally time to place them into my fish tank. Look, figuring out where to place this coral was pretty hard. I could not figure out where I wanted it. Then I got distracted by Jacques cleaning my hand. I mean, you gotta admit, that's pretty cute, right? So I didn't know what to do. We weren't really getting anywhere. So at this point, it's time to call in the big guns.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tidal Gardens. I, like many people who get into the reef aquarium...
Guys, look, I finished the coral placement. I don't know what I'm doing.
Now we're finally here. Let me see if I can give you guys the tour of all the corals in like the next 30 seconds. First off, I removed my Euphilia because they weren't really doing well in this tank for some reason that still unknown. Don't know what was causing it, but opted to refill this space with a Duncan and a rainbow chalice. Ultimately ended up placing it here on the rock so that way it can shade every single coral beneath it and inevitably force me to move it a little bit later. What can I say? I'm an expert coral placement person. Look, I told you this is a work in progress. Then over here, I placed 2 egg cans, one super colorful orange one and one super colorful pink one. And look, I don't know what the names of these guys are. I just thought they were really pretty. So they're in my tank now. If you look really closely too, you can even see that the pink one actually has a little baby growing out of the side. This is what I call 2 for the price of 1, baby. Boom, let's go. Then at the base of the tank, I got another Goniapora. Currently, it just wants to hide, as well as this like micro Goni that can't decide if it wants to hide or not, or gonna die. I don't really know. So this might be a bad sign. Please send good vibes. Then in the back, we have this pink Yuma that isn't getting enough light, so probably gonna move it, but it's there for right now. And then lastly, that brings me to the final coral I purchased, which was a mushroom. And to be honest, I actually didn't purchase it, my partner did, because she thought it was cute. So now it's in my tank. I mean, it is kind of cute though. Together though, you guys, that brings us to the complete tank that looks just like this. Okay, I'm joking, but I'm gonna get you with that one of these days. But let's just do the Vega thing. So there you have it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm ILS, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later. Oh, I can't believe it. I forgot to say subscribe. You should do that.